on it. Now,
Hey everybody, welcome to the Rob and Mariya show. I am Rob.
I'm Maria.
All right. And today we are happy to have as our guest Leanne L. All right, I got the last name right. Okay. And folks, we are talking about a very important subject, peer counseling. Leanne, you've been a peer counselor for how long?
Since January of 2014.
Oh, okay, so quite a long time. And for those of you out there who may not know completely what is peer counseling?
It's when a person with a disability informally counsels another person with either a similar diagnosis or any type of diagnosis.
Okay. Peer counseling doesn't have to just be for people with disabilities, though. People, able-bodied can be peer counselors too,
well,
right?
That's what I meant when I said a diagnosis.
Oh, okay.
Most of the time, at least in my experience, the able-bodied people that I witnessed receiving peer counseling services had some type of mental health disability.
Okay, all right. And you went to college.
Yes.
Where did you go and what did you study?
For my undergrad, I attended Edinburgh University from fall of 2008 to spring of 2009.
Okay,
And,
awesome.
Spring of 2013.
Okay, so from 08 to 13.
Yeah,
I was going to say, you did a degree in 1 year. You're better than me even.
And my undergrad was in sociology.
Okay.
Which that is like basically the foundation that social work is
Sure.
derived from.
Okay.
And then I also obtained a master's degree from Gannon University in fall of September of 2022.
Okay.
It took me a while to complete my thesis.
No problem.
And that degree was in pastoral studies, which has some counseling aspects to it. I wanted to do actual mental health counseling, but my GPA coming out of undergrad wasn't high enough to be accepted into a master's program without having to take the GREs mostly, and I'm not, I don't really excel at standardized testing.
They're tough. The GREs are tough.
Yeah.
But the program that I completed at Gannon, they let me in under Academic Pro for a semester, which meant that they supervised my performance.
Okay.
And
So you have a master's degree now.
yeah.
Well, great. That's awesome.
Yes.
That is great.
And
Why do you think that peer counseling is so important, especially for clients with disabilities?
So that it's affirmed to us that we're not alone in this community, that we have people that we could connect with that have had similar or almost equivalent experiences,
Right.
or like for people that have been very sheltered by their families, not deliberately, but
Right.
by families trying to protect them. if they're out on their own for the first time, they could establish friendships or
Sure.
develop social skills.
Well, especially for people with quote-unquote congenital disabilities who've gone through the school system, it can be tough because, you know, they obviously stand out and they maybe have gotten a lot of ridicule or whatever, and they face a lot of negativity. And also, what you were talking about before is a great point. Being sheltered, you know, here's a list of things you can't do, you know, and they need to build self-confidence. And would you agree that peer counseling is a great way of doing that?
I think it depends on the individual.
Okay.
I think it can be, but it just depends on the individual and the comfortability. And it also depends on the peer counselor you're given.
Sure.
Because if you don't develop a good rapport, then you're obviously not going to, you know, make progress with the person.
Well, I think that's true with any, whether it's a client seeing a psychiatrist or whatever, you have to have a good relationship or it's not gonna work. Yeah. How many people have you counseled?
Formally through an employer, just two.
Okay.
Other than that, if I did counsel someone, I never really thought of it as such.
Well, I think you could say that about a lot of us. You know, we've helped a lot of people, but we haven't really called it counseling or submitted a timesheet or anything like that, but we've helped people, you know.
Like just peer stuff.
Yeah.
Groups of friends, groups of individuals, hey,
Sure.
I'm going through this, what are you guys going through, you know?
That's
Like,
right.
How can I help myself, or how can I help you guys to help you, you know what I mean? All the big circles around, so.
I think even in 2024, there's still a stigma about counseling that, oh no, I don't want to see a counselor. That means I'm weak or I'm crazy or whatever.
Yeah.
Have you encountered that attitude?
Well, for my personal experience, that's why it took me so long to seek, you know, mental health services, you know,
Okay.
to deal with various issues. 'Cause
Okay.
I kind of held that stigma, you know, myself.
Okay, so you thought, that was kind of your mindset
Yeah,
too? Okay,
yeah.
okay. Well, I know that when I went through rehab, you know, it was always the running joke that, you know, nobody wants to see the shrink. Okay, we can all adjust to this ourselves. And I might have been the only one who was glad to see the shrink because I liked talking to the guy
Yeah.
and he really helped me adjust to my disability. And I had no qualms with seeking out help. I mean, I knew I needed it and.
Well, I was adopted, so I was adopted when I was 5 years old, so
Okay.
I've always had to go talk to someone since like 5 to maybe high school, and I hated it. But like the first couple of years of my life, I really liked my counselor, whoever, the therapist and stuff, because I was little, I grew a connection to them.
Sure.
Then when you get to your room bunk, it's just like, oh, wait a minute, you're realizing this isn't really, you know, kumbaya kind of place. It's,
Right.
oh, are you gonna go crazy kind of place? You know what I mean? Then I figured that out, then I did go crazy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because I'm trying to come into myself and figure out where am I? I know this lady is not my mom. I'm like, you know, figuring out who am I, even though I'm adopted, am I still like who I want to be? You know what I mean? I always felt bad because, oh, maybe she chose the wrong person. And that's a lot of my conversations
Oh,
with
sure.
my therapist is,
Yeah.
what if she chose the wrong girl? What if she chose the wrong person to save? And what if her life would have been better? Or things like that.
Okay.
Not a lot of
Okay.
people think like that. It's
That's-
like, oh,
that's
am I
true.
wasting that good like shot of, you know, being adopted?
But looking back on it, did the counseling help you?
It did. It actually helped me be who I am now.
Good.
I'm not as aggressive, I'm not as, let's say I'm a lot more.
I don't know about the aggressive part. I mean, I think
You
there's
know,
still some
We're
work.
getting there, I
Yeah.
said it's a work in progress, so.
Okay.
No, so, but other than that, I think it has helped me mentally and, confident, like, feeling better about myself. So.
Okay, good.
It's taken
good.
a long, long time, I'm 35, and I was adopted when I was 5, so it's been a long time.
Well,
coming,
sure,
so.
hey, it can take that long. That's nothing to be ashamed about or anything, so.
Yeah, so I'm very for, let's talk about mental health, it shouldn't be a stigma. at
That's
all,
right.
so.
Leanne, if somebody wants to seek out peer counseling services, are there agencies around that can help them?
Well, like I said before, when I mentioned that I did it through an employer, Voices for Independence.
Voices for Independence, okay,
Offers that.
okay.
Yeah.
And what about
We did have
CRI?
one, we're gonna, try to bring it back, but for right now, I'm doing it on myself, Alice is doing it, everybody in the sales department is doing it individually. Right now, we're not doing it as a group, but that's our main goal, is to do it as a group soon.
Okay,
We'll
but
pick
do-
it back up.
But potential clients out in the community
Yes.
are aware that those services are
Yes,
offered?
it does have it in
Okay.
our services, that we do have peer support, so if you want information, give me a call and I'll let you know more about that.
Okay,
And with, Voices for Independence, their peer counseling program is actually conjoined with something called skills training, where you may not need peer counseling, but you wanna learn how to do something new.
oh, okay,
And your peer counselor either helps you work on it themselves, or they might find resources of a place that you guys could go together.
oh, good, good, that's awesome, okay.
So, yeah.
So what else, Leanne, how would you, one more thing, how would you help people to try to get over that mindset of, I need counseling, but I don't want to go see somebody? What do you think?
Share, if they were willing to listen and share my experience.
That's a good idea.
Oh, you say that, like, most counselors, they try to establish like a comfort zone.
Okay, hold on, we're having a phone issue here.
I'm so
That's all right.
sorry.
That's okay.
No, I'm really embarrassed.
No,
You're
no,
okay,
no,
I'll try
that's
to edit that
okay.
out later.
What?
I can try to edit that out.
Just so you know, it'll be the
I put
last
it on-
time
I
you're
put it
ever
on
invited
salad.
on this show. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
No, we're just messing with you. No, go ahead, finish what you were saying.
And, at least in my experience, the counselors that I've had, I'm on my, third one, cause counselors, still have to move on sometimes and get different jobs. But counselors always try to create establish a comfort zone to make, the client comfortable, so
Sure.
they can discuss what's ever on their mind.
Right. I mean, there's only so much you can do. You can't force someone to seek out help. But once they do come to you, or they're mandated to come to you, or something like that,
Court
then,
ordered, no,
well, whatever. I mean, you
whatever it
can't,
may be.
well, I mean, you can't.
No, I never had a court order, I went willingly, okay?
You can do your best to try to make them feel comfortable and say, hey, you're not like a little bug under a microscope here, we're just talking, and we need to establish a relationship, and you can just talk to me. Yeah. Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, okay. All right, well, thank you, Leanne. I appreciate you.
It was my pleasure.
All right, I appreciate you coming on the show. And Mariya,
Yes.
we have some stuff coming up in the
All right.
near future.
So next week, we have art classes Monday and Thursday. On the 18th, we're also going to Presque Isle, we're just doing a little walk around Presque Isle kind of thing. But let me tell you about the art class. The art class is June 17th, 10 to 12. It'll be here. And then June 20th, 1:30 to 3:30. Then we do have an anniversary for the Olmsted Act. It's just celebrating it that day, and we're just letting you know about it.
Oh, cool.
There is a listening session we are having here, for PA Disability Rights Listening Session, if you want to come. It will be on June 26th from 11 to 2 here at CRI.
All right.
And then we have Consumer Game Day on the 28th, and of course, look out for our show every other couple of weeks. We'll be doing our Rob and Mariya show.
Absolutely. And where can they see the show?
They can see it on our YouTube channel, Community Resources for Independence, YouTube/that. And then if not, you can also follow the link on our page. It should be on there too.
Okay. Now, you said game day.
Game day
Now,
is-
is that like blackjack or craps?
No, it's not a like.
Oh, come on now. I mean,
I'm
you gotta be
sorry,
all
no.
excited.
I know. I
Okay.
mean, if I could have a casino in here, that'd be awesome.
Oh, man. Well, anyway, that's a future show, folks.
Definitely
Okay.
not that. But we do play board games, we play other stuff, we will have snacks and stuff like that as well. So
All right,
something
great.
small and simple, just to have everyone get together and enjoy summer,
Okay.
so.
Well, thank you, folks, for tuning in. You've been listening to the Rob and Mariya Show. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, can I go back and read